everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play The Adventures of Lolo 3, starring Lolo. We got one more fort to take on before we actually get to the castle. And this fort has a trap that I've fallen for way too often and find myself short a shot as I finish the level. So let's not fall for that trap this time. Obviously, we're going to be using a lot of snakes to block a lot of Medusas, also the skulls, and we're going to be riding on the river a few times. But first we need ammo. Then we need to block off the top part of the Medusa. Then we need to use you to get over there so we can push a skull in front of a Medusa. Let's see if I mess this up. I did mess that up. We don't get extra shots in this level. At all. I wish we did. Once again, mess that up. This is fun. Okay. One of the mechanics I am absolutely terrible at because it requires pushing down for just long enough to do something like that. Now we can go ahead and sink that because you cannot have two eggs in the water at the same time. So we had to wait for it to go away before we could use this skull to cross and move you there. Now, it may look like you need to move this snake to move the bottom of these two so you can get this into that top spot there, but no, you do not. You move it over and save yourself an entire shot doing that, which you need for the next step, which is to get into the top half up here and grab that heart. And how are we going to grab that heart? We're going to enemy warp. So to enemy warp, we're going to need to cover over the very top right corner snake there. By doing this, we move you in here, get rid of you, cover you up, and now we wait. Because you are going to respawn right immediately to the right of that Medusa over there. Very good. So we can give ourselves a heart. We can laugh at the skulls we used. And grab the gem. And this stage has a few semi-long sections where you've got to do things, where you've got to shoot snakes and then do a lot of stuff before they hatch or respawn. And there is exactly one heart we can get right at the start of this. Right here. We can get it. We could get it later, but we can get it right now just to get it out of the way. So we have a standard 3 frames here to deal with. We are going to do this. And now we can grab these 3, and that's all the free ones we get. Everything else is going to require being blocking off Medusas. So there are we have a few options to go for here, but all in all, first thing we're going to do is get these two emerald frames right here, and we are going to use them to block off the Medusas on the left side of the room, like so. And then this one's going to go all the way to the bottom. Now we have the top row here safe, except for the far right column. We can now block that off. We still can't grab any more hearts, but at least we can get to this point. Now you want to get this emerald block in position to block off the top part of the right Medusa over there. And now we get to have a little fun here. We get to use this snaky. We're going to push it down there. We are going to then loop around and grab the heart next to it, pushing it into the block right next to Medusa. Then we're going to get up on the ladder and shoot it before it hatches. Yes. And we're still not done, because after we do that, then we got to get the emerald frame in there and get back out before the snaky respawns. So this takes a bit of timing. You do have enough time to do it, although you don't have a lot of extra time. And now that that's there, we get here, and we're going to wait on Snaky to respawn. Because we are going to be using Snaky for many, many things. We're going to now get this Snaky in position to be another blockade. And then we're going to use the Snaky above it to get that heart that's sitting right there that we just blocked off from the Medusa. So, we do. Push you here. Push you here. Get you over there. Write you down. Grab heart. Get the hell out of there. And before you well, we don't leave this area because now we need to take this heart container here and use it to block off the bottom Medusa. Thankfully, the arrows are all pointing the ways we need them to point, but we still can't get that heart because it's blocked off up there. Now, we positioned you in this exact area for one very specific reason. We want to be able to use you to cross the water up in the upper left to push an emerald frame. And then we can cross again. And finally go this way. And you may notice that we cannot get... I messed this up because I wasn't thinking. Dang it! We're going to need that Snaky back. Yeah, we're going to need to push that Snaky again. Blah. This is one of the more involved freaking stages in the game. If you haven't noticed. We got that in position. Yes, we can go ahead and do this. You can do a couple of these in any order you want. Like last time I went and blocked the top Medusa first. We're going to go ahead and block that. We're going to go ahead and block you first this time. Oh man, that's annoying. Nope, I needed that Snaky one more time, and I was too busy thinking and not actually doing what I needed to do to get it into position to move it the one more time I needed it. And by that I mean I get back here again and wait for it to respawn. Fun times, these snakies. Very, very fun times, these snakies. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get back to where we were, shall we? I do know what I'm doing with most of these stages. It's just a matter of fact that sometimes I'll do things in the wrong order. Oh, you thought I was going to grab that, didn't you? You saw me head under there and thought I was going to grab it. I almost did, but I didn't. So now we need to do this, and instead of waiting around for the, instead of waiting around for anything, now we can grab that. Because we've got one last trick to pull off here. And we need to push the snaky that's not directly above us, the one above that, into the water up there to grab the heart out of to grab the gem out of the chest. To do that, we're going to have to push it. We're going to have to push that snaky up one next to the water, and push the snaky right above us into the water to push the snaky over. Yes, this is something we have to do. So let's get shoot here, shoot here. And now we can leave. Here we go. Another stage that, well, a lot of hearts we can't get right at the start because Medusas are blocking every single goddamn one of them. We can grab that one though, and it's going to give us some ammunition we need. So let's go ahead and get started here. This frame right here will be pretty much useless the entire goddamn stage. So you can just kind of move it out of the way. The one down here, however, a little more useful. We still cannot cross over to make any of this easier, but our next step is to use this snaky right here and cross the water. And now we're going to use this goal to cross the water again and push that frame up so we can actually kind of sort of block the Medusa. Like so. And you have done all we need you to do for the rest of this stage. So you now permanently get to block a Medusa there, which allows us to grab this. And now we need to go get the two hearts on the far right side by using this poor snake right here. Semi-carefully just move through here. And then we move you in position. And now we got these three hearts left. And, well, we're going to have to use one snake twice to get everything into position here. So first, put you here, grab that heart. Wait for it to respawn, so we can move it into a more permanent position. We only have the one shot left for this, so we gotta make it count. And now we've got everything we need in most of the positions we need them in. You, as in you, that frame, are going to block off this Medusa to the right. So we can grab that heart. Then we can just walk under you, push that in the way, grab the last heart, be perfectly safe from anything and everything on our way to the gym. I mean, we're only into room 3 here. Room 4 is actually very straightforward, but you're probably not going to want to do the last step of it. You're probably not going to want to have to do exactly what you're supposed to do for the last step. But we'll get there in a second. We will get there when we get there. So now, first things first, we need to trap you. And by trap you, I just mean off to the top and left, so we can actually get down into the majority of this stage, which is down here. So trap that off and grab this. Now, believe it or not, the last heart we're going to grab is the one in the one in the far lower right. You heard me. But to get there, we're going to need to block off this Medusa down here. And then we are going to have to very carefully shoot you around here. Use you to block off to the left, so we can grab that heart. And now, with that Medusa completely blocked, blocked off, we can walk all the way back up here. And grab this heart. You may be asking yourself a question. Hang on, we'll get there in a second. So now we have 5 shots and we're going to need them. First, we shoot that so we can get this emerald frame out of there. And now we get to have a little bit of fun. We get to first, with the 3 shots we have left, 1 shot is on you. This skull, we push it over there to block underneath that Medusa. The next shot goes right here, and we use it to push down and block the Medusa off to the right. Then we're going to grab the heart, and before these 2 hatch, we're going to get up on that little patch of grass there, which renders us safe. And after we do that, then we are going to have to shoot that final skull so it blocks off the Medusa. So let's do this. It's a fairly fast process, which, as you'd expect, you only have enough time for an egg to hatch. But we do that. So we grab the gem and get out. And now for possibly the most anxiety-ridden part of this whole thing. We have a very severe timing issue we're going to have to deal with this Medusa over here on the right. It's very easy to mess this up, but at least this part is at the very beginning of the level. So if you mess it up, you don't have to restart and do too much. So first we're going to go over here. We're going to let him start to come back down. And now we have done the hardest part of this level, really. We can grab that. Let me go ahead and pin you against the bottom here. Push this here. Use you to cross and push it into the final gap there. And now we need to wait for that gall we just shot to respawn so we can actually use it. Use this skull to cross the water under it and shoot it and push it up one space so that now it can block off the Medusa to the right and we can grab it. That heart. Yeah, you don't get a lot of spare time to work with in this stage. But we're waiting on the skull to respawn again. So we can go ahead and shoot you. Grab these 2, get us 2 more shots. Which we're going to get another 2 when we grab that last heart piece up there. 1, 2. And now we've got a Medusa up there we can't account for yet. So we're going to shoot that skull. Then we're going to shoot the snaky again, push the snaky up there, and get the gem, and we will be out of here. And that is level 16. 16 down, 1 to go. But as always, that one, well as always, but that's a castle, so you can expect it to have 10 levels, which means it's going to take another couple of videos to get through there. But yeah, we're right at the end of this game. We're in the final, we're about to hit the final level, final castle. So, until then, take care everyone.